It's kind of interesting that Jill Biden went in during jury selection. It's kind of like a mob tactic to kind of stare down the jury. And although I'm sure she didn't mean anything like that, but the jury selection is a strange time to come into court. But I want people to understand one thing, that this isn't just an illegal gun. It's not just the use of the gun. It's a use of a gun when you're surrounded by drugs. It's perjury on a felony affirmation. And so it's not just illegal gun possession.
Oh my God, Jeanine Pirro is doing her absolute best in the haze that she's in. How am I going to talk about this and not be obviously hypocritical with the Donald Trump stuff and how we believe that having a gun is the most sacred right that anyone in America could ever have, but it's gotta be bad for him to have it.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the damage report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you.
But anyway, so she gets to that, but the first part is the best. I think we can all agree. Jill Biden showing up for her son's trial is mob-like behavior. Jill Biden, she is a school teacher and a grandma. She's staring down the trial. I heard that a juror burst into flame when she looked at him. By the way, it's an odd time for him to show up on jury selection. It was the first day. She came for the first day, okay? There was nothing odd about it. There's something odd about you. But anyway, she's not the only one trying to navigate this and get as much out of the trial as possible. And they need to be careful here because they've been saying that the system is rigged against Donald Trump. But here you literally have a Biden on trial and they have to talk about it because it's juicy and their base wants it. But they need to pretend that this is not evidence that the system is not uniquely biased against Donald Trump. Here is Sean Hannity.
Unlike the lawfare in New York, well, there are no cooked up charges or aggressive prosecutors campaigning on, we're going to get Hunter Biden. No, to the contrary, just the opposite of what you saw in New York. This trial features actual evidence, numerous credible witnesses. And if I'd argue anything, I'd probably say the deck is stacked in his favor.
Yeah, I think you would say that. Again, it's such a laughably absurd read of both situations simultaneously, but that's his job. And he's very well compensated for saying stupid stuff like that, Waz.
Yeah, I mean, the reach is so egregious when a mom supporting her son in court. Like, we're talking about like when people are accused of heinous acts like rape and murder and child molestation, like the worst things you can do in our society, their families show up for them. Like, this is just a fact. Like, most people's families don't just abandon them because they've committed a horrible crime. This guy had some coke and a gun, and his mom, it's mysterious as to why his mom might show up to court to support him is just ridiculous. And of course, just the idea that somebody should be prosecuted for gun possession and these people are in favor of it is the height of hypocrisy. Like, because we know that on any other given day, gun possession would be like, oh my God, a Second Amendment and blah, 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 blah. And the founder said we could have guns. And, so the hypocrisy here, they're bending themselves like pretzels into these takes, John.
Yeah, I don't know. How does anyone buy this as a real thing? I know that we're just, no offense to Waz, we're just, like idiots on the internet. I know that. Sure. But anyway, yeah. I literally have purple hair right now.
Wholeheartedly
totally joking about Waz. Waz does great work. We hold ourselves to such higher standards of honesty and authenticity and fairness and nuance and ballast than they will ever do. They just spin. It is spinning so fast, 24/7, and that's it. And they have to again, because we have the benefit that we have not tried to chase some insane, like, self-possessed purity or something. Like, people do that online. They try to one up each other, to like refine the drug of the thing they provide and make it pure and more intense and better, and you come watch me instead. And then the thing is, you got people hooked on that. And so you can never be nuanced again. You can never be fair. You can never give an inch to the other side because people are like, well, that's not pure anymore. That's adulterated. And so they're terrified constantly of losing their audience. But we don't have that. We can defend Eric Trump when we feel people are being unfair to him. I can literally try to disarm one of the most salacious and compelling arguments against Lauren Boebert on a daily basis. But they have to, they're just terrified every second that they're not gonna say the right thing and they're gonna lose their audience. Hunter Biden is on trial, and it seems like he did the things that he's alleged to have done. And that's fine. And it also has absolutely nothing to do with Joe Biden. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the 2024 election. It has nothing to do with the White House, okay? So that's why we're not focusing on the actual content of it. It's just a non-political case of a guy who's not a politician. But again, for them, it has to be so much more.
When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?